Welcome to Beating Cancer Daily. Beating stage 4 cancer for 30 years still takes my breath away every time I say it. I'm Saranne, founder of the Comedy Cures Foundation, and I hope you'll join me for just a few minutes daily for the next 365 days so we may laugh, learn, maybe cry a little as we live our best days beating cancer daily together. One of the quickest ways to stop being utterly miserable about having cancer is to make a list of the things that are making you utterly miserable and then change what we can change. Not everything we're going to be able to erase, fix, wipe out. But if we make a conscious list of the things that are driving you crazy or making you anxious or making you fearful, and then we tackle each one bite at a time, we can improve the quality of your life. And that's what this podcast, Beating Cancer Daily, is about. We take one small thing and we look at it and we try to figure out how to make it better. So for you, it might be hair loss, or it might be you're uncomfortable with your body, or you don't want anyone to know. There are so many different things that can trip us up in this cancer journey and in survivorship. And if we look at the mountain, we're just not going to be able to have a good quality of life while we're going through this. But if we can pick it apart one little piece at a time, it doesn't feel so overwhelming. So I'd love for you to make a list, no matter how big or how small the thing is that's bugging you or upsetting you or embarrassing you or just making you mortified, just stopping the quality of your life, and let's go through it. I probably already have an episode on it because we're over 100 and I think 17 episodes in already. But even if I don't have that episode done yet, you can go to the Comedy Cures Foundation, comedycures.org, and you can hit the record button and say, hey, Saranne, can you talk about this? This is really making me uncomfortable, or I want to know more about this, or just write to me through the contact button in the menu. It really is about tackling each day one small piece of this until you have this beast somewhat under control, so that it's not controlling every minute of your life and your thinking. One of the big things that makes a lot of us really uncomfortable is when people just can't help but telling us every horrible cancer story that they've heard. And it just blurts out of people. It's unbelievable. People will know you're going through this and they will tell you about every person they know who died or anybody that's had a horrible cancer experience. It's quite astounding. So if that's one of the things that's really making you uncomfortable, then we need to give you strategies for stopping people from telling you these stories. And that can just be not feeling one bit uncomfortable, stopping them in their tracks. The minute that momentum starts to go where they nervously blurt out a terrible story about cancer, you need to just say to them, thank you so much. I'm only listening to stories of survivorship and great, happy endings. And literally just stop it before they can get that whole story out of their mouth. That's what I'm talking about. I had a friend who had cancer who told me that anytime he felt miserable about having cancer, he would go to a funeral home and sit in on a funeral. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. But it's just such a bizarre idea. But he would literally go to a funeral home and listen to a service of someone who had passed away to remind himself that he was still alive and that he still had quality of life and that he should stop feeling sorry for himself and that he should get on with his day. That is an incredible strategy. I'm not saying that it would work for everyone, but very creative. And that reminded me of a joke. It has nothing to do with being miserable. It just has to do with the story I told you about my friend who would sit in and listen to a funeral service. So this one's from Stephen Wright. I had a friend who was a clown. When he died, all his friends went to the funeral in one car. Now, that has nothing to do with misery, but it is a funny funeral joke and a funny clown joke. So I hope that brought a smile to your face. I hope that strategy he gave us all food for thought. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope we lightened your misery just a little bit, and I'll see you tomorrow. You know, everybody always asks, what would be a great gift to give somebody newly diagnosed with cancer or re-diagnosed with cancer or just going through cancer for a really long time? And that's one of the reasons why I created the Beating Cancer Daily membership circle, so that I would have a gift to give every time I find out that someone's been diagnosed. So if you haven't already joined for yourself, please go to comedycures.org and check out the Beating Cancer Daily membership circle levels. And if you need a great gift, what an unbelievable opportunity. It starts for as little as $5 per month. The levels change and go up from there. You can even buy a mega gift for somebody. And all of these levels support not only making this podcast, but support the membership circle opportunities, which include so many resources, including live virtual Q&A sessions, live Comedy Cures comedy events, live health builder workshops with Jackie Bryan, RN, and myself, a robust monthly newsletter, plus much more. So if you do want to give yourself a gift or you want to share that with someone you love, please go to comedycures.org and explore the membership levels. Thanks so much. See you tomorrow. Guess what time it is? It's time for me to read the disclaimer. Beating Cancer Daily and the membership circle are not in lieu of medical advice or treatment. They are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your healthcare team to review your best strategy. Thanks for listening.